Hello students, welcome to the session 9, Unit 1, C Reading. The title of the lesson is I will do it. Yeah, what do you mean by I will do it? Can anyone give a try? Yes. The meaning of the sentence can be taken as if one has the ability to do something confidently in the near future, they pass the statement as I will do it. This shows the positive attitude of an individual. Yeah, look at the picture above. It is the picture of Mr. Narayana Murthy. You guessed it right, the founder of Infosys, and his wife, Mrs. Sudha Murthy. And the type of the text is biography. Let's know about the author. She is Mrs. Sudha Murthy. Sudha Murthy, the wife of Mr. Narayan Murthy, is an Indian social worker, author, and also a philanthropist. She began her professional career as a computer scientist and engineer. She is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. The present story or the lesson is an extract from one of the most successful stories, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. These are the list of books that was written by Mrs. Sudha Murthy. These are the pictures of Narayan Murthy in his childhood. Yes. In this part 1, we get to know about his aspirations as a student, his struggles and the compromising nature pertaining to his family financial position. Hope you understood the introductory part of this lesson about Mr. Narayana Murthy. Let's get into the new words which we come across in this session. Glossary new words. Brightest, the most intelligent. Grasp, get the meaning of something. Avid, desirous, wishful. Aspirants, being ambitious to achieve something. Sleepy town, a remote or unpopular town. Guide, someone who shows the way by leading. Shyly, in a shy or timid manner. D-Day, a date on which something important is expected to happen. Principle, rule of personal conduct. We have some more words in this. Aim, plan or an objective of an individual. Delight, a pleasure or joy. Thrilled, excited. Afford, be able to provide. Expenses, money spent to perform work. Yes, now students will get into the reading the text of this unit, of this lesson. He was short, he was sharp, he was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. He came from a poor but educated family. His father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. He, like all the boys in his class, was trying to get admission into some engineering college. The brighter ones wanted to study in the Indian Institutes of Technology or the IITs. There was an entrance test for IIT. This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. They did not have any special books or coaching. All these IIT aspirants would sit below the shade of a stone mandap close to Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore. He was a guide for the others. While the others struggled to solve the problems in the question paper, he would smile shyly and solve them in no time. He sat alone below a tree and dreamt of studying at IIT. It was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age, as it still is today. He was then only 16 years old. The D-Day came. He came to Bangalore, stayed with some relatives and appeared for the entrance test. He did very well, but would only say okay when asked. It was the opposite when it came to food. When he said okay, it implied bad. When he said good, it implied okay. And when he said excellent, it implied good. His principle was never to hurt anyone. The IIT entrance results came. He had passed with a high rank. What a delight for any student! He was thrilled. He went to his father, who was reading a newspaper. Anna, I have passed the exam. Well done, my boy. I want to join IIT. His father stopped reading the newspaper. He lifted his head, looked at the boy, and said with a heavy voice, my son, you are a bright boy. You know our financial position. I have 5 daughters to be married off and 3 sons to educate. I am a salaried person. I cannot afford your expenses at IIT. You can stay in Mysore and study as much as you want. Yeah, students, let's get into the step 3, that is vocabulary. Vocabulary. In this, we are going to deal with adjectives and the degrees of comparison. Positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. And we come across very simple words in this unit. In this, particularly in this C reading, I will do it lesson. So I just want to make you understand, or like a recollection. Short, shorter, shortest. Sharp, sharper, sharpest. Bright, brighter, brightest. Fast, faster, fastest. Poor, poorer, poorest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Delightful, more delightful, most delightful. Next, coming to this word forms, where a word can be changed into different forms by adding suffix to the root word. Yeah, let's continue with this words. Poor, which is an adjective changed into a poverty, which is a noun. And here educated is a verb which is getting changed into education, which is a noun. We'll see how it works in the sentence. He came from a poor but educated family. His poverty made him compromise his higher education. And the next word here is appear, which is a verb and changes into appearance, which is a noun. This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. And the appear word is underlined here. You have to notice the word. And it changes into his simple appearance makes him look modest. And the next coming word is guide, which can be a noun. And also it changes into guidance, which is also a noun. He was a guide for others. His guidance helped them to join IIT. We are going to deal with the reading comprehension. In this part, we will get to know how to answer the given questions. So you first of all, you need to understand the given question and find out the answer in the paragraph. Let's see the first question, how it looks. How brilliant was Mr. Murthy during his school days? So for this question, you can find the answer like this. Mr. Murthy was sharp and the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science and maths. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. So, two short sentences can be made into one big sentence or a compound sentence so that it becomes the concise answer. Now, we'll go to the next question. What was the ultimate aim or dream of Mr. Murthy as a student? For this question, we have understood that right from his childhood he has a dream of studying at IIT. So, the ultimate dream of Mr. Murthy was to pursue his higher studies at IIT. And the next coming question is, did Mr. Murthy's father allow him to join IIT? If yes, why? If not, why? Why not? For this answer, you need to think rationally and you should go to the paragraph where you can find his Murthy's father's version. Mr. Murthy's father could not afford the expenses due to his financial position and hence he did not allow him to join IIT. If you want to extend the answer, you can add some more lines